It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And coming right up, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, playing above 500 in the last few weeks. Not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore. And you want to make sure that you're in playoff position to make something special happen at the end of the year.
Excellent use of the word mundane, by the way. How about you, Shaq?
Well, Monday, experience told me when you need to go hard and when you need to pull back. You know, the best veterans will be there when it matters the most.
That's mundane, not
okay, I thought
Monday.
you said Monday.
Like mundane,
bad.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
Thursday.
Got it, my bad.
Two different things.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
There it is, the majestic Capitol building in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. We are live in Denver, Colorado, the hometown for the Nuggets for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule, and today matchup. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and will be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top caliber teams face it off on the hardwood to do battle.
And you know, for the Heat, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got the closer. Jimmy Butler is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Lowry, and it's Wade in at the 2. Now, here's Oladipo. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Murray, no good. Denver on D. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stopping it.
Oladipo, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
When I asked him what some of his main concerns are today, and he said they're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the perimeter, and therefore it's essential that they not give up too many open looks from out there, or it could spell trouble all game long, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
And he gets the bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Wade. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And the layup's good off the glass. Wade's got his first 2 points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot. And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years. but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Jokic, no good. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The closer, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. On defense, Miami. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Wade passes to Lowry. The shot is off. And the Nuggets going the other way. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And again, Denver no good.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
The closer's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Jokic. Connects from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Wade. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. It's hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Wade. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
And Wade drops them both. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Now Murray. He also stepped up against the Warriors in that win. Here's Jokic. Oladipo for 3. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Here's Jokic. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Lowry. Now here's Bosh. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot 1 more at the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
1 shot. 1 shot, gentlemen.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Here's Murray, and we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Oladipo, the pass to Jokic. They set the pick. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many Experts' thoughts.
I agree, and you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
And, you know, getting back to Aaron Gordon, his defense is really what had scouts most excited. He has the rare combination of strength, lateral quickness, and ups to defend multiple positions.
Now, here's Wade. 6 points for him, the closer, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
D. Wade with an excellent pass there.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Now Murray. He kicks it to Oladipo. Pass to Jokic. Eight feet away, and that one's good. 7 points in the game.
And talking about Aaron Gordon, everyone knew coming in that he was kind of unrefined. You're betting on his upside and hoping that he develops a consistent shot. And boy, if he does, you're talking about a guy who could become a perennial all-star.
And so here is Miami. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Butler. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Oladipo. And he lays it straight in.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in his game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
Bill Barton, he's checked in for Denver. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for the closer, and it's Jennings in for Kyle Lowry. The Heat with the lead. As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5'2". I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well, and he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass with his passing or his defense.
Here's Jokic. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Murray. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
And so here's Denver. After the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Here's the screen. Pass to the bodyguard. This one for 3. That's good. The bodyguard's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Butler kicks to Bosh. The jump hook can't hit. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
That puts them in the lead. And it's 6 points for the bodyguard.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that 3 or you'll give up points in a hurry. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3 and then we'll take it right back.
And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Butler dishes to Bosh. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Miami. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career, but, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
Clock is at 3. Here's Barton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on it.
Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Miami. Here is Whiteside, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Jennings, shot clock at 6. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Stoudemire against Fareed. Stoudemire, the screen. Tucker with the ball. Butler up top. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. The rebound by Wilson Chandler.
On the topic of Chris Bosh, I mean, guys, he was a 24-11 player his last season with Toronto. Went on to Miami to win rings where his stats dipped a bit with LeBron there. Then last season, the scoring average right back up to 21 a game.
Here's Jennings. Denver getting their last shot to go. Off the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't stand it. One of the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
And he makes the first.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W's.
Here's Barton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Butler. And Fareed sends it back. And they get it back. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Greg. Last season they split the series, and they may not be in the playoff conversation, but this still, for me, is an intriguing matchup.
Denver with the ball. They trail by 7. Campazzo, he's guarded by Jennings. Plumlee, the pass to Chandler. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Barton. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
The Nuggets trail by 7. The dish now to Fareed. Passes it to Chandler. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Tucker kicks to Butler. Dishes to Tucker. Feeds to Whiteside. Heat moving the ball around. Whiteside a screen. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Tucker. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Denver with the ball. 9-point game. Campazzo. Off target from outside. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Tucker. Fareed defending. Ball's knocked loose. He feeds it to Barton. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barton. Both free throws good from Barton. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Jennings. Here's Whiteside. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat out front as they end the first quarter on a 14-4 run. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction. The question is whether or not that team unity, as rare as it is making a difference for the Raptors. Does it make Kyle Lowry any better? Do they just give it more time?
You know, you could argue it both ways, Kevin, because it's worked both ways. I mean, teams that couldn't stand one another have won rings, and so have tight-knit groups who were really close. So there's really no magic formula. I think there's a little bit of art to go with the science in that.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Bosh is out there with Oladipo. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Kenneth Fareed. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the bat.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Bodyguards checked in for the Nuggets. Outside Lowry. There's the pass to Wade. The jump hook. Shot is no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. Murray kicks to Gordon. Here's the bodyguard. And again, Denver with the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Unloads from 9. Wade has the open look. Another miss by Wade. The Nuggets trail by 3.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
6 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post. Another miss by Oladipo.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
And he makes the first. Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
Oladipo for 3. Another miss by Oladipo.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Now, here's Wade. 8 points for him. Pass to the closer. And again, it's the Heat missing.
You know, it's funny. We talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And a case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
Lowry against Oladipo. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. But I like his work ethic and his confidence.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
And talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic, also his pregame film studies, something his college coach absolutely raved about. And all of that showed up for him big time last season.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Lowry kicks it to Tucker. There's the feed to Bosh. That is good. Bosh has got 5.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Murray. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Sinks the three-pointer.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Now here's Bosh. They lead by 1. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Now Murray. Oladipo, left side. Good D by Wade.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Fires for three. And Oladipo pulls it down.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Pass to Jokic. Another three for Denver.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Bosh. Denver able to drain the three. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. Wade for three. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for the bodyguard. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
Some guys just have the gift, and he's one of them. You need points, he's your go-to guy.
Jokic passes to Oladipo. Out to the wing. Kicks it to Murray. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity, and there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's the screen. Passes it to the bodyguard. Second chance shot. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bosh. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And it's Lowry penetrating. And the wing jumper offline.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Here's Jokic. He's got 13. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Outside Lowry. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Bosh. Butler comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Jennings in for Dwayne Wade. Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Here's Barton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from behind the arc.
Now here's Butler. 7 points in the game. Right side a screen. The drive by Lowry. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now Jennings. Wilson Chandler missing from long range. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Denver calls timeout.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Plumlee is checked in for Denver. Fareed comes in for Bosh. Heat also with the sub. Stoudemire's checked in for the closer. The Nuggets have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. There's the dish to Plumlee. The 9-foot shot, and it's Whiteside with the rebound. Miami's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Jennings wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. That's 7 points for Brandon Jennings. Campazzo, he's guarded by Jennings. Here's Barton. He kicks it to Plumlee. 6 to shoot. That doesn't go in either for Plumlee.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Fareed, and it's blocked by Whiteside. It's tipped. And oh, here we go. Jennings with nobody back. And the shot is good. And now a 7-point Miami lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Fareed, a screen on Jennings. Chandler outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
And here are the Nuggets now. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Butler against Chandler. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
The drive by Jennings. Stoudemire, no good.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here's Chandler. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first. You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
One shot. One shot.
Free throw no good for Chandler. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China. and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the basket by Brandon Jennings. To the middle, here's football.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Now Chandler, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Barton kicks to Chandler. 6 to shoot. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Here's Barton. Screen by Fareed. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Nuggets have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. That one drops. He ties it up. Miami's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Stoudemire, the screen. Outside Lowry. 11 feet away. Denver grabs the miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Dishes it to Plumlee. The shot by Chandler, wide open. Denver the rebound. Fareed. And that one is hammered home.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Barton, no luck.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Stoudemire with the bucket.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Barton, no luck. It's all tied in Denver. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the 2-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a shaky first quarter for Denver. As hard as they tried to compete, they just could not keep pace early and ended the period facing a deficit of 9 points. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the 3-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.